heavy hearts to celebrate the life of Jamila Amath. Jamila was my older sister. She was a twin sister, a daughter, and a friend. Jamila always was out helping people. She was one of the most selfless persons I've ever known. At one point in her life, she was working 2 jobs. She was working at the Grand Mound McDonald's and the Lucky Eagle Casino. Despite working these 2 jobs, she always found ways to help out my parents and I. She would pay for my brothers and I meals, or she would cover her friends' meals or my sister's meals. She was always buying my parents groceries and helping them pay their phone bill. She was always the type of person to always put herself second and put others first. I remember we went to Olympia just to have fun in Olympia and just shop around. And on our way there was this homeless man on the side of the street. Now, instead of giving them the typical like couple dollars or $5, she whipped out a $20 bill and handed it to him. I looked at her kind of baffled because that's more money than I've seen handed to a homeless person. Most people are only willing enough to give up a few dollars, but she gave him a $20 bill. She read my mind and she replied with, I would spend it on something stupid and on something I wouldn't need, but he would spend it on something he would need and it could get him off the streets. She was always looking out to help other people, no matter what it meant for her. Jamila was not only one of the most selfless people I've ever met, but she was also the funniest person in the room, always. She always managed to bring a smile to everyone's faces, no matter what the mood in the room was. I remember this one night, me and my other sisters called her and we were seeing where she was. And so we called her up and she was talking in this loud, obnoxious Italian accent. And so we knew she was on her way home. And a couple minutes later, she comes busting through the front door, talking in this loud and obnoxious accent. And we told her to stop because it just got kind of tiring after a while. But she wouldn't drop it. And we all eventually ended up laughing and talking in other accents. But she wouldn't drop that particular accent for days. We'd call her up a couple days later and she would talk to us still in that accent. She was just one of those people where she managed to find something that made people laugh and she would stick with it. She also was always bringing trends into my family. It was the weirdest thing. She would start talking in slang, something she got from the internet, like saying something like a SpongeBob character used to say, or taking something from a famous Vine like, ha ha, and she would always use it. And for some reason, everyone around her picked up on it and started using it as well. We all kind of just inherited the way she talked and talked like her too. She just had this charisma about her where her happiness and her laughter was always so infectious. Another thing that was very infectious about her was her beauty. She would walk in the room and heads would turn to look at her. Some girls might shoot her jealous looks, and other girls would be confident enough to come over to her and say how beautiful she was. She was often trying to get picked up by guys, so we didn't really trust her when she was by herself at a mall or something. One time, we went to the Tacoma Mall because we had an appointment with Apple because her phone was broken. I can't quite remember. But we got out of our car and we were walking into the mall, and there was this man walking the other way. He stopped and commented on how pretty she was and said that she was very beautiful. And he asked if she had a boyfriend. She did at the time. So she replied with, yes, I have a boyfriend. And he said, well, he's a very lucky man. You are very beautiful. And he told us to have a good day. And we went on with our day. Now this is common for her because how pretty she was. She always had people stopping and asking her and telling her how beautiful she was, asking her if she had a boyfriend. She was just so beautiful, no one could just let her walk by without saying anything. Some people even thought she was a model, but she never really quite saw the beauty that we saw in her. She was just such an amazing person. She was so funny, so selfless, and so beautiful. And that is what heaven got today. Jamila was my older sister. She was a twin sister. She was a daughter, and she was a friend. And she will be forever missed. Thank you.